good morning. Is Kevin Lewis available?
One moment, please.
Thank you.
This is Kevin.
Hey Kev, what's going on? It's Jeff Fisher from Brown & Brown Insurance.
Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Caught me at a pretty good time.
That's what I like to hear. How are things going over there at ABC?
ABC, we're doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with not having our most stellar year, but
Right.
picking up.
How's business?
It's steady, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta keep the employees going and make sure we have steady work, keep us open.
Right, I hear that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, the reason I'm calling is because I have a few follow-up questions from our previous meeting. I know we had met a couple weeks ago, and I just had a couple additional questions that I wanted to iron out with you. It's probably going to take between 20 and 25 minutes. Do you have that time? I know you said it was a good time. Can you?
Yeah, that would be good because I'm leaving for lunch in about 30 minutes.
All right, I won't take any longer than 30 minutes.
All right, because if I start getting hungry, I get angry.
I hear you, man. Me too. I'm the same way. So let's just jump right into this. I wanted to know a little bit more about your process as far as with regards to like your raw materials over there at ABC. I know you had told me before that you do a lot with metal.
Yeah, a lot of sheet metal.
A lot of sheet metal, and I was just curious as to where the raw material comes from, and
we have about 3 main suppliers, I'd say, where we get the bulk of all of our metal from.
Right.
On occasion, we do need to special order a piece that's a little bit bigger that our regulars can't obtain.
Right.
But that's a very rare occasion, case by case business.
Okay. And are you working with anything else other than sheet metal, or is it just?
A little bit we have some aluminum.
Aluminum. Okay.
Don't really get into too much other than we do a little bit of stainless and alloys.
Okay. Okay. But they're all coming from the same supplier, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Benjamin Corp.
Okay. Okay. And have you ever thought about what would happen if you were unable to get a shipment from one of those suppliers?
I would call somebody else.
You would call someone else. So you have some backups.
I do, not for all the pieces. Like when we get into like the stainless and the alloy.
Right.
That's where Benjamin Franklin's the only one we really get that from.
Right.
I guess I never really thought about that.
Yeah, that's
why do you ask that?
That's one thing that's important. If obviously if one of your suppliers can't deliver your sheet metal, your sheet metal is what makes your business run, and if that can't be delivered to you, you're gonna have some serious, you're gonna have some serious issues.
You're right. I never thought about that.
Yeah. Just trying to think and make sure you have backup plan and what you would do if that situation ever presented itself.
Okay.
What about as far as equipment too? I know.
Oh, we love buying machines.
Right, and I know when I walked in there, when I was in there the other week, I noticed you guys have some pretty big pieces of equipment.
We do. We have right now total we probably have about 34 machines.
Okay.
And 3 of those take up a whole section of our shop.
Right.
But that's where the bulk of our items are made.
The bulk of your production is on the 3 big machines.
Those 3 big machines the fine tuning on the CNC. Good thing about those is they're all self-contained.
Right. Okay. Have you ever thought about what would happen if one of those went down?
Well, if one of those went down, we actually had that happen. What happened was the motherboard fried. And we wouldn't work, and we were out of business we couldn't make anything on that material, on that machine for like probably about a week. We had a couple orders to get done. I actually put in an insurance claim to get the machine fixed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure you experienced loss of production from that as well.
Yeah, but we had to take a little bit of a hit because we did have a customer's order that we were supposed to have out.
Right.
So because of that, we had to eat that.
Right. Now, when you're making these parts, do you are they're not your parts, correct? That you're just
Oh no, yeah, we don't design.
You don't design.
We do not design. No, we get orders and we put it in the system, put it to the specification.
And you're just building them to spec. So, do you offer any, professional services over there?
No.
You don't.
No.
No engineering.
No, that's out of our realm.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let me see what else I got here.
Well, now I think about it. I mean, we don't do the designing, but we do offer advice sometimes.
Right. Okay. But typically, so they'll send you a spec and say, "Here, build this part."
Yeah, and sometimes the specs may not make the most sense.
Right.
As when you're dealing with a machine shop, it's a little thing could change the whole piece.
Right.
It may not fit with the current specs, and when we make the first prototype and give it to them, that's when we may advise to change something on it.
Gotcha.
But again, we're not going through the plan. We just give them our opinion, and it's up to them to change it or not.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good on all of that. Now I want to switch gears a little bit and talk a little bit about your training.
Okay.
For these machines. Like, I know they're pretty sophisticated machines. How do you what type of training programs do you offer? Is everything all right over there, Kev?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah. Everything's good.
All right. It sounded a little scratchy or something. I didn't know if something happened to you.
Yeah, no, it's this phone.
All right.
Gets off Doug. But yeah, let me run you through what a new hire is.
Okay.
So from the day one, what we'll do is, they have orientation. I don't really count that as day one though.
Okay.
They'll just go through the process, kind of get the overview of the operation, what the job description is. Then the second day they'll come in, which I consider the first day, and they'll be assigned to a veteran machinist. Basically, this machinist has the whole week to go around and work the different machines with the new trainee employee.
Okay.
But on the third day, what happens is that's when we do a lot of the training itself, as far as lifting, the forklift certification. Make sure they're wearing their protective devices and safety glasses.
Yep.
And then after that, that's when they'll start getting into the machine. Again, the CNC machines are all self-contained. You got to learn how to use them.
Right.
And from there, we don't really get them into any manual processes until years down the road.
Until years down the road.
Yeah, we have a few veterans who do it, and that's, we don't like to have the younger new hires dabble in that right away unless they have experience with, the presses.
I'm sorry. You're referring to like your bigger machines.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also like the welding.
Right. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. Okay. And wait, you just meant you guys do you do some welding?
Yes, we do have welding.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bulk of our business, but some parts do require welding.
Okay.
So we've got two sections of shop set up for that.
Okay.
But again, it's not everybody does the welding. There's a couple certified people, 3 actually to be exact. And we actually did just hire a new guy who has his welding cert. So we may have him do some of the welding, but we have to have the older guys check out his welding cert.
So you have 3 experienced welders plus the new guy?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So you said you rely on more the experienced guys to do the training.
Yeah.
How do they feel about that? Are they?
They're receptive to it. They don't
do?
mind.
Okay.
It kind of makes them feel good because they have the expertise. So having them pass that down, it's not always a burden. They're happy to do it a lot as long as the new hires want to learn.
Right. I guess these kids these days, they don't always want to take the time to learn something. So.
No, they never do.
Right. Okay. As far as from an implementation from a hire, is that all HR though? Like that's passed down. Who sort of develops the training? Is it HR related or like?
It's HR related as far as the.
Like a shop manager maybe, or?
Yeah, I was gonna say HR will do like the requirements sort of thing, as far as the job descriptions and all that. But the training itself done by the shop, like that, made by the shop manager.
Right.
That process. Bill, he's a great guy.
Bill is the shop manager.
Yeah.
I think I met him last time.
I think you did. He's always here, so.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that sound. What about just real brief as far as drug testing and criminal background checks? Are you guys doing that over there?
We do all the background checks and everything like that, but we don't do the drug test.
Okay. Why not?
I feel like it's kind of overdoing it, a little invasion.
Okay.
But we would be able to suspect it or not. We would do a random test if we suspect it. They are under the influence at work. But as far as pre-hire, no.
Okay. All right. Let me see what else I got here. How much time am I working with over there?
Well, getting kind of close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I got one or two more questions for you.
Okay.
Real brief with regards to your coverage territory. Where are you guys shipping your products?
Shipping them all within the U.S.
Right. Okay.
And the reason I say that, well, mainly all in Pennsylvania, but we have a couple customers that are kind of scattered. There's one customer in California that we ship to, one in Washington that we ship to, which don't even get me started on shipping stuff into Washington.
Okay.
The way their taxes are set up.
I hear you.
And, we have Florida and Texas. Other than that, it's mainly Pennsylvania, a little bit of New Jersey, Ohio, but nothing outside of the U.S.
You're all in the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Trying to see what else I got here. I think you covered a bunch of them. You covered a bunch of them in that one response. So I'm actually I'm good with the questions for now.
Okay.
If anything else comes up, I'll make sure I reach out to you.
Okay.
But I appreciate your time, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Kev. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye.